So, dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. And be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And once we get connected with our other network, we're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight and neck head straight in one line, in your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound, and while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened one. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes for ourselves to understand and be very clear with the practice we do. So, most of the time when it comes to meditation, there are different meditation techniques, methods. And sometimes, even though we have the same purpose, like a liberation or the Nibbana, and some people understand the liberation or the Nibbana in different ways. So according to that, they follow different kind of meditation techniques. And there are most of the Eastern religions, they use the Nibbana for their ultimate goal. But when it comes to the Buddhism or the Buddha's teaching, Nibbana doesn't mean from here you go to another place. You're going to exist with the self-centered mind, or you're going to be there permanently as an experiencer. So according to these teachings, it is not something gain, it is we releasing completely from us what we carry within us and understanding the deeper true nature. So why we have to understand the deeper through this nature? Because the thing is this, the most of time we go with this appearance to our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, that whatever that appears to us. So that your appearance, another way we call the perception, has many categories. It is not a one thing. So one is outside the object. And other thing is this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, these organs. And other one is behind it, there is a consciousness. And that consciousness, behind that, there is a memory that we carry. So when you experience something, means when something appears to you, that appearance not independent. That appearance is a part of your memory, which we don't see, which we don't understand. So then just imagine, when something appeared to you, when you recognize something, that recognition, if depend from a part of your memory, that's mean that whatever exists in the outside is something totally different than what you experience. Because you experience with the memory, with the mind. And then what you experience, you take as the reality. But what happened or what exists outside is something else. So these two different things. So then your experience or the appearance and the real nature, two different things. So how it become different, now you understand. So in case if your mind capable to come to a point to experience something as it is, that means it's in real nature, then the way you believe or the way you understand about the world is going to become different. So the meditation brings this ability to you. So then it is your choice sometimes. Some people like, because they like to be comfortable with the memory or their imagination and their dream that they carry within themselves. And some people don't want it. So we can't give it as a choice for you, but when the day comes for you to select, if you want to really experience the reality, then the practice is going to become more better for you. But you have to remember in day-to-day life that what you experience is maybe far, far beyond the reality. So when you take that your moment of experience as the real nature, then it's going to misunderstand. Another thing is that whatever the memory you bring up how it become the memory, why it is there when you experience something, how something going to be there with you. Of course, whatever we experience, we can keep it as a memory. But there is something happens when it comes with the idea of I experience. When you come to the moment to experience something with the self-centered mind, that experience in the moment manipulated by the personal viewpoint. That happened in the history, and maybe it has a long history, eons by eons backward. So we keep build up our life on the top of that. But still, in this very moment, you are capable. That is the power of the human life. That because when you become such, you are capable to come to a point, not to depend from the memory, but to bring the awareness and experience something without depending from your memory. So that is where you build up the clarity. So the meditation will develop that strength, the power. So once you have the clarity with the moment of experience, it's more and more tuned to the reality or the nature, real nature. When you become more connected to the real nature, you slowly detach from holding or grasping it. Why? Why we hold and grasp? Why we clinging? Because we have deeper interest. We like, when we like something, we hold it. But now what happens? You twist that. The likeness always going to be there. Then more and it become more stronger than in this conventional level of grasping like. That likeness going to be more different and stronger when you tune to the reality. Because in that very moment, what you experience and bring the joy to you, that oneness to yourself, because you never experienced it before. We are the people, we experience our memory, not the real moment of real time experience. But now you come to that, and that also bring a kind of like a joy. But when you come to that, there is no desire to hold it, because you know if you don't hold it, you can experience this. See, that different things. So that is where you become matured with the life. That is where you mostly kind of like release, detach, renunciate things and allow things to be free. Because when you allow things to be free, and you also gain the freedom to yourself. So when you become more and more, gain the freedom to yourself also, that you are tuning to deeper experience, which bring more kind of joy and satisfaction. So this is the method, little by little, you have to practice. So then when it comes to meditation, there are two ways that you can practice this. So the one is that in this very time, you practice meditation. You brush up, you sharp your meditation technique. So then you sit in a place, and for a certain time period, you practice it. So practicing meditation is a part of meditation. And at the same time, during the day, you have to, it also kind of like a meditation. Then you have to have ability to tune your mind with the experience that you got out of the meditation and live with it during the day. So then it also meditation, but it's a living the life with the meditation. So that doesn't mean you just tune to a different world and you become kind of like a zombie. No. But you develop the awareness with your bodily, verbally, mentally actions, and you become more profitable to yourself and to others. And you bring your creativity with the wholesome actions. So in that way, in this very human life, become more productive to you and for other people. So that is a kind of like a way we can mention, it's kind of like a mindful living. And so when it comes to that lifestyle, you have to remember it's always moment to moment, moment to moment, things different. Things can change. So you can't be kind of like a conformist. So the conformist mean that for you live for the person, you live for the family, you live for the society, you live for the group, you live for the culture, you live for the tradition, and to confirm their ideas, kind of like to validate their ideas. You follow their ideas, and then you like to hear from others, oh, you did doing very well. So don't be a conformist. When it comes to this practice, you have to get out. Of course, sometimes it becomes difficult sometimes, because maybe other people don't like when you practice meditation, or other people may be not going to appreciate you when you start to go beyond their believings or their followings. Of course, it doesn't matter if you are comfortable and if you have the ability to grow through that, then it is okay to go with it. But if it doesn't bring that growth to yourself, why you keep following that way? Why you try to make other people comfortable? It doesn't matter, your husband, wife, children, parents, brothers, sisters, friends, the spiritual teachers or the leaders. Why you try to make them happy rather than bringing your growth to yourself? So in the Buddha's teaching, no that kind of method. It's a clear cut. It's a period. There's nothing. Even you can't do things to make the Buddha happy. It's not going to happen. If in front of the Buddha, if you do that, he will kick you out from the community of the Sangha. So that is like that. There were monks, and they were kind of like a look at the Buddha and in front of, and the Buddha, what are you doing here? Are you crazy? Go and practice yourself. So don't be a conformist. It's very important, even in your personal life. Don't try to do things deeper in your subconscious mind, believing that other person will like this, that person will say, oh, you do very well. It's kind of like to conform or to make kind of like validate you are in their side. Don't do that. It's kind of like then you come to a kind of like a very discount lifestyle, this coupon discount, you become a kind of like a discount coupon life. You are not a complete human being. So in the Buddha's teaching, in the community of the Sangha, it's nothing wrong if people do that. It's their choice. But you have to remember, when it comes to your life, don't be a discount version of you. Don't be a coupon version of you. Don't live like that. You come as you. So the first you have to understand that. You have to tune to that level yourself, deeper in your subconscious mind. So that's why in this tranquility meditation and vipassana level of this kind of practice, it brush up sharp, clear you and take out all this unnecessary gadgematics that you carry inside you as believing, following, emotional bonders, barriers, this thing, you take out that all. So that is where your awareness is going to become sharp and clear. And so when you practice that way, always you have to remember another thing is not to make it hard. Like as example, look at the Prince Siddhartha, that he left the palace and he went through all the ascetic practice, and then finally 6 years, and he went through kind of like hell and doing all the very critical, difficult yogic practice. It's kind of like he put his life to the kind of like a hard environment. Don't put that like that, especially when it comes to your spiritual practice. So you have to put it smart way. So that is the tranquility and vipassana level of Buddha's method, not the hard way, but the smart way. That's why he get out of the five ascetics and they got so mad, they got so mad when the Buddha, left them. And then the Buddha went and start to, clean himself and eat well himself. And they got, he again tried to become a prince. He go back to his, luxurious life like that. They criticize, but it's a smart way he found out. Then that's another way. It's called kind of like a middle path. It's a different way of analyzing and understanding. It's not like you mix two things and come to the middle. No, it is not like that. It's a different way. But it's not a kind of like a go into very extreme level and have the clarity, and you get into a very smart way of practice. So then you have to develop in your life. While you are living with others, rather than becoming a conformist or just moving away from everything, you have to balance that both. And rather than developing very hard, difficult method yourself, and start to develop the smart way. See, that's nowadays this all the words is smart, phones, softwares, computers, this everything they call smart. But look, 2,600 years ago, the Buddha found out the smart way to go deeper into spiritual practice and gain the liberation. So that's what you have to develop, not the hard way. And then when it comes to that, little by little, the method you develop yourself, bring the clarity, so that it's your deeper moment of experience. And it becomes real because it is not dependent from your believing, following, or your imagination. So that's why every day when you practice little by little yourself, you bring this understanding and you become more better with your own inner practice. So in that way, when it comes to observing inhalation, exhalation, and you day by day, it's not the same. It's not the same level every day. No, when you keep doing the same, again and again and again and again and again, rather than kind of like doing many things, like what the Bruce Lee told, like you can practice thousands methods of punches, kicks, many techniques, and maybe you do one punch at one time and different punches or different kicks, thousand you can practice different things. But if you practice one technique 1,000 times, then you're going to become different. So that's why observing inhalation, exhalation, and without going to different other techniques, because otherwise we can bring every day different techniques, and it can mesmerize you, and later one day you will understand what the heck this, and your mind going to go into kind of like you enter to a meditation, kind of like a market, because many techniques there, you get lost there. No, you discipline, you come to a primary mental object, observing inhalation, exhalation, and go deeper into that. And then by time, you will see when the body, mind, the breathing come together anymore, that inhalation, exhalation is not there, but you start to see how the mind works. So now using your inhalation, exhalation became a bridge to see the mind. So now you start to see how the thought rising. And then beyond that, you see the very depth of your mental formations, or the cankers, or the sanskara, these habitual patterns, that inner desires, all the trauma, all the history that you carry within yourself, bringing this moment of thought. So you can see that. So once you see that, you can work with it. You can clean it. You can brush it. And it gives more clarity to go deeper into yourself. And then in the depth of this all, you can recognize there is no kind of like a permanent, concrete, unchangeable self, or the person, or the I am, me, kind of like something. It's this all interconnected, and we experience things as a result of causation, or the cause and effect. Within yourself, when you experience that, understand it, then with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, all the perception, the appearance anymore, not going to become something else. You start to experience it to the real nature. And that is where you gain the total freedom. And that is where you gain the liberation, transformation. So this is not a magic. This is not a story. But by practicing little by little, you can develop this in you. For that, you have to have some kind of discipline, understanding, and beyond that understanding, you have to have kind of like some wisdom, and at the same time, that bringing some kind of energy and put it as effort with the practice. When this all come together, your journey going to become more and more successful. So little by little, we all learn. We all learn. There is no someone better than you or me or kind of like that. You all are in the same book, I come as the front page. But always remember, the front page is not the book. So it's something. So then you, rather than stuck with the front page and start to go into the book. So when you go into the book, you have to, turn the front page. That's the thing. So that's why it is your journey. It is not my journey. It is your journey. So my journey is the way I go. I just explain it and I just share it. But you have to remember, you have to get the strength, courage, understanding. So yourself to work within you. So in that way, your practice become more and more and more clear. So when you practice, know yourself and see and look and work with your mind and see how you practice. When you practice, just see how you practice. Inhalation, exhalation. Are you observing it or not? You know that. So that's why. More and more, when you become clear with you, your practice is going to become more sharp. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck, head straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. So bring attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say, so Pateva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens through the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. All 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Imaya dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi. Attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjissami. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.